Hello, gamers, and here we are with Bintendo, who's going to be running Battle for Bikini Bottom any percent with Josh on the comms.
Yo, Ben? Oh,
Yo, I'm here. I was just looking at Barnacle Boy.
I was like, we playing as Barnacle Boy today? Game has changed a lot.
So,
All right, yeah, this is Sponge.
whenever you are ready, just give me a countdown and we can get started.
All right, I am ready. I want to hit A over here. We will begin. So kind of down in three, two, one, go.
And we're off.
Um,
Good luck.
yeah, BfBB is
Yeah,
a game that exists. Um, that's it.
that's the
Uh,
that's how it's
yeah.
starting.
Okay, so we're gonna get 50 shiny objects real quick here, so we can get a spatula, so we can get out of the pineapple and into the actual game.
Should be noted that if you've never played this game before, the shiny objects are basically like orbs in Jack 1. The spatulas are like power cells, and you'll see later socks are like scoutflies.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I almost forgot where to go for a second.
I saw I saw you going like three different directions.
Because I at that moment I had like three different routes in my head, like all at the same time.
This
Alright,
game is like notorious for just changing your route up. Like
yeah,
it's
this
just
has like a million. Like in the span of like a year when I was like consistently running this game, there have been like so many route changes. Also, I'm trying for a trick here called a hand disable. Um, Obviously you disable Patrick. No, you disable the hand. I'm doing a harder okay, I guess I'm not doing the harder version. There's a harder version that so basically this is the original setup that's been known for probably like over 10 years or something. And you get the hand to grab you over here on this like death sand. And then it'll go over the teleport pad and you just mash A. And you go over it again. Since the hand is on screen, it'll disable it for the rest of the game. Unless you're dumb enough to re-enable it, but we won't do that. There's a faster way to do that where you only do like one time. That's what you don't do 2 cycles, just 1 cycle. And I tried doing that, but the game wasn't nice to me. That's fine. Now, this is a great showcase of the hand disable actually. So normally if you come over here, you die, but well, I died and I didn't get spatula, but normally the hand will just grab you, but now you have hand disabled, it will not grab you. I forked that up though, it's fine. You
Hans just took a vacation, so go out of bounds as you please.
yeah. And that's another quirk of this game. There's the pause menu, and it's actually very broken. As long as I have the objective unlocked for a spatula, I could go to the menu and just go to that objective from wherever. It doesn't matter where. So we use that to our advantage a lot of the time. And there we kind of broke the checkpoints, the system of that by getting the spatula early and then menuing to it. So we warped over there. And then the game's like, okay, you're just over here at the beginning, but we just skipped like a bunch of platforming. And right after that, there's another skip. Oh, and I messed it up. This is called hammer skip. This game has a lot of tricks in it that just come and go. So just
Yeah, you're just doing something like every minute.
yeah. We're trying to get this hammer to come over here. We're gonna update our grounded position to be over there, and I got a 1 frame. That's cool. And you just like skip a bunch of platforming. And
Yo,
yeah, like I said, I got a 1 frame. Every time you take damage, you have a 1 frame opportunity to do an where you're grounded, so you can just do any grounded actions like a jump or another move called the bubble bash. This is swag. Okay. Yeah, now we're just sliding.
yo, nice swag.
So basically the main point of this game, we're just going to be collecting spatulas and socks and, you know, just kind of going through every level. There, I'm trying to do a cutscene skip, but I think I was a little too early. I think I was a little too far in. So we're going to watch this cutscene. Normally you just die and it'll just skip it, but that's fine.
least you get a layout of what you're about to skip.
Yeah. So this is another trick called Pat's Hammer. I messed it up. I'll go for it again. Let's see if I can get a 1 frame. Okay. This trick is a very specific setup. You hold forward. I changed the camera a little bit, but you hold forward, and then you have the camera in like a specific spot. And if you do it like that, it works. You skip the whole Patrick's Dilemma mission.
No pressing buttons, just gaming.
Yeah. Now that's the last we're gonna see of Jellyfish Fields because this route says frick off to anything else. Now we're gonna climb Squidward's house's head, as you would normally see in the show.
Ah, yes. This is very normal gameplay.
Yeah, and there you might have seen I grabbed a golden underwear that upgrades my health basically. Kind of like grabbing 50 eco pips in Jack 1. Very good reference. I mean, a very good thing. But yeah, there are 3 in 1 in each hub area. I'm only gonna get 1 because that's the only one that's in the way and the only one that's needed. Or just gonna hit the buttons. There's not. This one is very. There's not a lot. I mean, there is some things happening. I'm kind of like, because you know, as per usual in the show, you would see a giant cannon shooting out sinks and sofas.
Yes, this is very normal.
Yeah. So, and then you see the anvil, of course, killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I remember this episode of SpongeBob.
yeah,
Definitely.
Also, one small thing I'm keeping track of is my shiny object count, because at the end of we're gonna be like in a couple of minutes we're gonna need 3,000 shiny objects. So I'm trying to optimally get 3,000 shiny objects, and that's only requirement we actually need because we're gonna do some fancy footwork to not have to care about shiny objects the rest of the run a little later. All right, now this is a big trick. Do you know about this trick, Josh?
I've never done it before, but I know about it.
Okay, well I messed it up. What I was trying to do is you only have 1 shot at that unless you reload, but reloading is very slow. So what you would do is it's kind of like a proxy, but not at all like a proxy. But you get the same result as a proxy. You go high up in the air, using. This is a very complicated trick that I don't have time to explain. You basically just have your position in a specific spot, and then the game is like, okay, but now it's higher, and then you're gonna go higher because the game's like, oh, you're higher now.
It's so strange.
A lot of this game is just like, okay, this happens and this happens, so then it's basically X plus Y equals Z. That's just this game.
Sounds good to me. I mean, for those that don't know, I used to speedrun this game back in like 2018. So like, while I know quite a few of these strats, I don't know all of them. That's one of the ones I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah, now we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna carry it through a load. Oh, it's called a Spongebob displacement jump, or an SDJ for short. This is a VMS. And there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you get a lot of height. You carry it through a load. It kind of like you kind of get displaced because when you activate Spongebob, you're in one spot, and then in the game puts you in. And then since I went like a Shy Tiki, which kind of goes away, when you come close to it. Then it comes back. It'll make the Spongebob place where you activate the Spongebob a little higher, and that like displaces your vertical momentum, makes you go really high. There's one in the game that's not exactly like that, but there are a lot of tricks like that where it could do that. There's one that if you don't stop it, you can be in the air for like 12 hours or something. So there's a lot of things like that in this game. And what I did there to carry through a load was you have one frame where the game doesn't update your vertical momentum. So you take that one frame, you jump, and then you go high like you would normally do.
Ah,
Yeah,
that
or
is
just-
so strange.
yeah, this game.
I
But that's
mean,
like
this-
the
yeah,
only
this-
value that carries through a load. It's only vertical momentum. There's nothing else. We're just doing lighthouse. This is just a little mini like boss. I mean, not enemy rush type thing.
What about I forgot what it's called, but the one where shoot, where you have like the wheels in downtown, and then you warp, and then you get a different spatula at a different level. Like
That's we're kind of setting up for that actually, and I died. So you might be seeing how I'm getting a bunch of different random wheels, and that is going to set up stuff for what you just said. So that's comes like a lot later in the game. Why did I do that? Yeah, we're gonna see that, but very much later in the game. But then I'll be like, hey, look, this is why we collected this, and you'll be like, oh, okay, and still be confused because this game is really confusing mechanics. Yeah, this is, yeah. So I'm definitely good on shiny objects right now. 2900 over here is very high. It actually I think you actually need 4,000. I'm not exactly sure. I know it's like an amount.
what is it for one crab spatula or something?
Yeah.
I think it is 3,000.
Well, then we are very good on shiny objects. Now we're gonna collect another sock. Now we're gonna be kind of doing the same concept as that tiki thing, as the Spongebob displacement jump. The game kind of thinks we're on there, on that little thing, and then we're gonna make it think we're higher, and then this is a little harder. It's because every load is a little different, so that one kind of screwed me up a little bit, but yeah. And there are
This one you
strats
have
to make it
get, right?
Wait, what?
This one you have to get. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
What I actually do to make it easier is I do the countdown from Outcast's Heya, and it works perfectly. Oh yeah, this is actually very game breaking. We went from hub 1 to hub 2. Usually need 15 spatulas and beat a robot version of Sandy to come here, but we sort of just say screw that. And now right after that, we are going to skip this hub area. You can't skip all the way through the game since you need 75 spatulas and there's no way around that. But it is faster to just go from one hub to another. So now this is Roebuck. This is another trick that exists. We just kind of use
hated
the
this trick when I was running it.
Yeah, I was doing this in practice and I was for some reason not getting it, but it works. Trust me. Yeah, we just use the physics of the sponge ball to do some fancy jumps and stuff. There we go. We get on this little mountain hill thing and then boom. And now we're in up 3. It's kind of like I just did the, like FCS and LTS, but like all in like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and extremely easy.
Kind of
Well, compared
ridiculous.
to FCS and LTS.
This is basically just the end of the game. If you had 75 spatulas, she could just go to the end, but
Yeah, this is like, yeah, the final area. But we can't do that, so we're just gonna come here for a spatula. And again, since a lot of this is like setting up for later things. Like I'm setting up the menu for, like, I just got the 2 spatulas I need, so I can go basically anywhere I want in the game now. Now this is Krusty Krab. It's infested by robots, and we're gonna kill the robots because we're exterminators.
What does LTS stand for? I think it stands for LTS TSS. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, that should have worked, yeah. So what I actually did there was I overlapped 2 spatula animations, and that made one of them not play. And also, by the way, I did a duplication. I also duplicated a spatula in a way. When I come to Krabs next time, he's gonna have all 8 of his spatulas, or 8, I think, yeah. But we just got a 9. We got our first one over there, and for some reason, if we do things in a very specific way, like in Hub 1, you don't talk to Krabs at all. What I like to call it, you social distance from Krabs so you don't talk to him and activate his hitbox. And then Hub 3, you talk to him and get a spatula. And then you go back to Hub 1, talk to him, and then get his spatulas like normal. He will have duplicated spatulas. So you can get a lot of them, but most of them are very slow. It's just that one's like right in the way.
So there's 1 spatula you get from doing the Krusty Krab stuff. And there's 8 spatulas from like just you could pay shinies for. But then there's a duplicated one, a 10th.
Yeah. That's why we needed 3,000 shiny objects.
Interesting.
Yeah. And also I'm trying a skip here. It's not working out very well. This is oil skip. This is like one of the harder beginner type tricks. But yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those things that like saves a lot of time, and a lot of like beginners when learning this game, they get absolutely fricked.
Yeah.
By this.
Now I got it. And it does look cool when you get it. It's a nice damage boost. Now for swag, I like to get this damage boost right here. There.
Sheesh.
I challenge you.
Patrick,
Yes.
I already solved the challenge.
Now we're doing... It's a lot of... I'm going to be saying this a lot. Now we're doing X. Now we're doing... Yeah, like, that's just going to happen. That's just this game.
And Dream World is just like heavy. Oh, I probably talked at the wrong time.
No, it's fine.
The Dream World is just trick after trick after trick. So you're just doing a lot here in such a short amount of time. Ideally. Yeah.
Also, if you see me like spinning and like bashing off of like slide areas, it doesn't save any time. It's just swag. It just doesn't do anything, but it's fun to pull off. To prove you're actually good at this game. Yeah, that's super bounce skip. We just skip the super bounce section, but yeah. Now we're also doing another setup. So later in the game, we're gonna have to come over here. So we just hit it now. We get that, activate that now in the menu. Oh, and this is the a trick. Josh, do you remember the name of this trick?
Sandy Nut.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You go on the nut in Sandy. I mean, in Sandy's dream, and you just do this on it for a little bit, activate a checkpoint, and then die. I actually can't die, like in the void, because since I have the hand enabled, I'll just fall forever. So I actually just have to eat shit and die. Hey. Now, yeah, that's Sandy's nut.
And then there's Fast Nut as well, which is with Spongebob, but we don't talk about that, I guess.
There are a lot of variations also. There's also something called Turbo Nut.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Turbo Nut.
There's a lot of variation. There's a lot of creativity in the naming schemes here. Now we're just annoying Squidward by breaking his stuff. We're going to talk to Mr. Patrick here to get our 21st spatula. And now we can go into the first boss fight of this game. This boss fight is a almost 3.5 minute auto scroller, and
Oh,
Basically an auto scroller.
like the only auto scroller of the game, really.
Yeah, and the other boss fight. There's
Oh,
Robopet
yeah.
also.
Robopat's fun. At least there are like actual strats for that one.
Yeah.
Sandy is just
Yeah.
Sandy.
There is a way to skip the Sandy boss fight, but you don't actually get a power from it. You can get this. There's a spatula, like the spatula's like right under this over here. But like you just if you get it, you don't. You still don't get the power. We need a power up called the Bubble Bowl, and you don't get it from just doing that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing something like that a long time ago. Crazy. Just clipping to the floor and grabbing the spatula.
Yeah. Am I doing this right? Did I forget how to do this? Okay, no, I'm fine. I'm just going in like specific spots to get Sandy to do stuff quicker.
Yes, the nutrageous.
Of
course.
What a shocking takedown by Patrick.
How's everyone doing in chat tonight? Where's some swag? You ever want to learn how to surf? There you go. Oh, I got hit anyway. Fuck. But that's some swag. It looks hard, but it's one of the easiest tricks in the game. It's just called clothesline surfing. You just run in the direction that she's going, and then you'll just surf on that. And most of the time you won't get hit. I was in a really bad position, but most of the time you won't get hit.
Head thing move by Patrick.
Any wide hardo and a metallic red PS Vita? Any gamers?
Oh, I messed that up again. I swear it's very easy. So a lot of the time I try it, and then I'm just like already halfway through the stage, so it doesn't even look that cool. But it doesn't lose that much time to get hit. It's just like one extra animation. Well, it depends where you get hit, but in that spot, it's fine.
Wow, I've never seen
This is the last phase. We're here. We're in the last phase. Now we're Sponge Man. Still nothing really to note here. It's just get Sandy in a specific spot, so it's like 2 seconds faster, and then just wait more, and then hit Sandy's head.
I mean, I want to see some of like the late game stuff to see what you guys do now, because I feel like that's the stuff I'm not gonna know. Because when you unlock cruise boosting, it's like a whole world of difference in
Yeah.
the game. But there's also like special tech you just need the bubble bowl for, which is what Bin's about to unlock.
Yeah, just one more hit, and we're out of this mess. Okay, we're out of here. Now we have the bubble bowl, which it's a cool mechanic. It's like a bowling ball. It's the bowling ball, but it's made out of bubble. And we can do a lot of cool like smaller things, like you'll see in a minute. We can like use it to gain like extra speed off of a slope. It's a bit faster to when you enter a place to just, to just use the bubble bowl so you can get a burst of speed. Since you go like for like a split second, you go like around twice your speed. Just for a little bit though, so you can just abuse that. And now we're skipping a cutscene there, a little cutscene that saves like a second. Now here's you do stuff like that. A little burst of speed. I tried a damage boost, but that guy did not want to be skipped today. Here's a trick. I don't know how it works, it just works.
Good old sponge glide.
Yeah.
Go straight to the end of the level.
Yeah. A lot of the tricks in this game are like, here's a way to just skip the whole section. Especially here. This is like literally the last place you're supposed to be in this level.
Yep.
I'm just doing a little bit of a damage boost here. Get a little bit of speed, and then you just come on over.
based.
Yeah, now we're coming up to one of the more infamous tricks in this game, a funny loud trick, aka SBA. Well, if I can do this. So what we're going to be doing now, I'm going to be, well, first in the bumper boats so we can get a spatula later. But then we're going to just do some movement over here to get a sock. And then there's a couple tikis over here. We're going to be using them in a pretty unique way to maybe get like 1 billion shiny objects. There's going to be getting these two over here. And there's a skee ball machine here, and as per usual, you know, in skee ball, you go into, you get like there's like amounts, and there's like a 10, 20, a 30, and you get money. I mean, you get tickets, you know, in a regular arcade. Here we're gonna be doing the same exact thing, you know. You get like an amount for how many you shoot or whatever, but we're gonna be doing what every kid's dream is, and just cheating the system by basically throwing an infinite amount of skee balls into the skee ball machine. And by skee balls, I mean 2 tikis.
This is every adult stream too.
Yeah. We're gonna be
Please,
doing
I
this
still want to do
setup
this.
here. That's not good. I'm looking for a very specific setup. What I'm looking for is a specific part in the tiki's nose to be popping out, and that's what I use as a way to see if I got it. Like that. It's like a very small part of his nose popping out. Kind of looks like he has like shades on or something, but like really weird shades. Now I throw that tiki on top of it, and then I guess a sound warning. I don't know how loud the game will become, but it could be a big of a sound issue. Actually, not that bad. So now we will infinitely, as long as we're in the range of the hit of the tikis, we're gonna be getting an infinite amount of shiny objects. This isn't a incredibly fast rate. It's not. There's a frame perfect setup, like a frame perfect amount, like, and I can tell if it's a frame perfect like that. Okay, now it became frame perfect. There's a very specific, like, if it like, the 30 is in a very specific, like, looking
Opacity.
Yeah, like it's very specific, but like I know when it becomes frame perfect, and now it's frame perfect. But yeah, we're just gonna be getting basically every frame we're gonna be getting 30 shiny objects.
If you walk too far away, though, which is what happened there, it deactivates itself, even though the ball is still in there.
Yeah, and we're just gonna be just doing that automatically here, where we're gonna be doing this. But we should be enough. I don't even know exactly how much you need, but we should be fine. It's like around like 38,000 or more. Actually, no, my health there, that could have been scary. Now, yeah, 47,000, we're good. And now we're out of the range, so we won't get any more, but that doesn't matter because we don't need any more. So now we don't have to worry about any thing in any clam that's asking us for shiny objects or whatever for the rest of the game. Crabs, like, just free money for him. Just because, yeah, that. Before that, this game was especially horrible. I mean, I wasn't here. I wasn't in the community and playing this game when that trick wasn't found. But when it was found, that shaved like a lot of time off of the game, especially 100%. Because the other method for it was very slow. From what well, at least compared to this.
I wish I could say I remember when SBA was found, but the dark days before SBA was like I can't remember anything about it. I can't think about it. All I know is that the game changed so quickly when SBA was found. Like, it was all a blur, man. It was fricked. So chat, there's your history lesson.
Yeah. If you want your game to change, find an infinite money code. All right, now here's another trick. Where it's gonna be there's like a moat spatula over here that you normally have to do like an obstacle course and stuff for. But with the bubble bowl, there's an invisible button. We're gonna just hit that if I do it right. If I see trampolines over here, we're good. Yeah, we're good. And it just opens this up, and now we can just get the spatula for free. This wasn't here before, trust me.
Oh wow, I did not know that setup existed.
Yeah, that's a newer setup. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Now we're just gonna get something from Larry, our spatula. Now we're gonna go to the tree dome for another spatula. We're gonna help Sandy out. Now with our bubble bowl, we can actually make this a bit faster by hitting this right away. A bit of swag, it's fast swag, which means it's always good, that we can do here. I think I already messed it up, but... like, you'll see if I can get it. So we're gonna hit this guy. Oh, okay, we're gonna hit this one. Okay, you can. Oh, that was perfect shot. Also, you can get that ball to hit a specific thing, and it makes it fast. But my spawns are messed up. And now we're gonna rock bottom. There's pretty cool tricks here, actually. That's it. That. Yeah, we're gonna Puff wants her art pieces. We're not gonna give her art pieces. Instead, we're gonna be doing a damage boost right over here. And now we're at the end of the level. There's a bit of a pattern here. Now we're gonna skip this animation. I messed that up. You can skip the animation by going into the level. In and out of the level. But I messed that up. It's fine. We just go like this, and yeah, we're fine. You'll see the animation over here as that, but then we just go out of the level. We'll be fine. And now we're going to be doing another damage boost. This is a little more complicated. Yeah, that was fine.
Yo,
That is
nice skip.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's called CCA. I just remembered.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking the whole time, what is this stupid thing called? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
now we're
important,
talking
but
Mr. Krabs, who we over here.
So that's quality craftsmanship, that is. Come again.
This is why SBA saves so much time. It's just a free 8 spatulas.
you think Krabs knows you cheated?
Quality craftsmanship, that is.
I mean, he wouldn't even care. It's just for money.
That's
Not
fair.
So that's quality
He definitely wouldn't
craftsmanship,
care.
So that's quality craftsmanship, that is. Come. So that's quality craftsmanship, that is. Come again.
I think each spatula gives like, or not each spatula, but I guess each time you trade, it's like more shinies, right?
Yeah.
Forget what it ends up being, like 7,000 or something stupid by the last spatula, which is
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
I
to
think the
grind
last
for.
spatula is like a normal amount, like 4,000, but like it does increase for most of them.
Oh, really? It's
I-
just like
yeah.
7 increasing ones, and then the last one's just 4K.
I think maybe.
Honestly,
wrong.
it's probably right.
I guess Spongebob won't be
We're just
waiting.
gonna be throwing bowls, bubble bowls at him.
The robot's made himself dizzy.
There's another 3.5 minute auto scroller. I guess now's a good time to say, like, I'm running on Xbox, the original Xbox, and I forgot to mention that until now, but I'm running on original Xbox off of a hard drive. It's legal in the BfB community to soft mod your Xbox to to be able to play off of your hard drive, and that makes loads like a lot faster than. It's like a minute faster than the previous fast method of just playing on an original Xbox.
And it got rid of lag clips, which was a nightmare.
Yep. I mean, I never played BfB on Xbox when lag clip were a thing. I was playing on 360, and 360 makes lag clips like 30 times easier at least. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
I would just break my hands trying to lag clip on Xbox. Pain. But that's over now, so that's good. No one has to go through that again.
Yeah. This is Sandy's section. It's very the same. You just get on this this thing. I forgot what it's called. But then you just like get above it so nothing can hit you, and then yeah, and you get hit by that though. So that's skips is like all of his bar. I could do a bit of swag here. Also, like the reason why we're doing this, like obviously, like why would we do this if it's like 3 minutes for one spatula, but it unlocks another power up called the cruise bubble, and the bubble bowl and the cruise bubble makes a very cool trick called cruise boosting, which lets us go basically 2 times our speed for the rest of the run. So it makes up for that a lot. Yeah, there's more happening in the last phase because there's actual like manipulations that you have to do to get like favorable positions. Oh, that was a terrible position that he was in. Now a small thing over here, we're not going to skip the cutscene now, we're going to wait a little bit until it skips a little bit of his barf. He has a barf that he spews, but he doesn't spew it if you wait long enough. And now we're just going to be going on this corner of the field, and that'll manipulate his egg. When he stops, he'll be at a random position, but we can manipulate that a little bit so that he stops in a favorable position for us to hit him with the bubble ball. Which that is really good. It can be a little random at times, but for the most part, it's like fine. They're doing the same thing, but over here. And this is pain because all of that is random. Like these like barf things are all random, so they can all just like spawn like right on top of you, and it makes it really annoying to avoid them. That was not exactly favorable, but I also forgot what I was doing for a second, so it's fine.
Ben, when was the first time you played this?
Summer of 2020. That's when I saw this start
Really?
skipping.
Wow. This game was my everything when I was like 7 years old. I would just talk nonstop about this game. I was scared of this boss though. Like just
I mean, fair.
absolutely frightened by this man. It's cool though.
Now we're going into Sand Mountain. This is a level. You'll see it's a very broken level. More so in Hundo because we have to get every spatula, but there are 3 slides and every slide is broken. But yeah, this is cruise boosting. I'm doing a version of it called an RCB, a reverse cruise boost, which is a little faster. But yeah, it takes our... How do I put this? It takes our position, our speed from it kind of locks our speed from a bubble bowl. Remember how I said before how a bubble bowl makes you go like 2 times your speed for a second? It kind of takes that, but locks it. So then you're going at 2 times your speed for however long, until you bubble bowl again, that'll kill it. You can do a lot of things. And it's not just when you're running. Even if you're idling, you'll go faster, as you'll see by me just after spatula, just like running around. It's not me controlling, it's just the game. This is a Larry Slide. This is one of the more harder tricks of the game, but it's fine. We're going to be doing a trick called an elbow. It's kind of a similar thing to a cruise boost, except you don't actually get a cruise boost. It's just you get a really fast bubble bowl throw. So we're going to go in a really specific position over here. Then like this. Now, if that is fast enough, which it's gonna be close, I think. This is a little slow. I don't know if I'm gonna make this. I guess I'll try out. But yeah, we just go all the way to the end of the slide. Just not close enough. It's fine.
Damn.
Yeah, this is like a million times faster than just playing this normally. So what we do is we press L, the L, which gives us the cruise bubble, and the bubble ball, which is B on the Xbox controller at the same frame at a very specific time. And then it'll give us enough so that definitely won't work. You can't see the numbers here, but we're looking for around like there's a range of things you can get, but what you want is like from 50 to 70, well 50 and above. But you normally get from 50 to 70, so speed bubble bowl. That's the nerd stats.
50 to 70, wow.
Yeah, you can go very. I think today in practice I got like a 76 speed because we have a mod that we can use that helps us show stuff like that. My position's a little bad, but this should work. This is definitely gonna work.
Isn't a normal cruise boost? You go. What speed is a normal cruise boost?
Normal is 5.
5. Okay.
So yeah, you go a lot faster with this. This is the worst cruise boost. This is the worst regular cruise boost in the game. It's if you fall off, you have to redo that entire trick.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep. And it's like a very weird surface. It's like a little spherical, which makes cruise boosting. You really want like a flat surface for a cruise boost, but you're not really given that too much with that cruise boost spot. So it makes it really annoying, but we did made it. Now that is probably the hardest trick of the run out of the way. It's not like too terrible, but like it can easily mess you up. Now here's some movement. This is a pretty hard segment, but it's very rewarding and very fun if you know how to do it. We're collecting, like, hitting the balloons, making these kids not drowned. Not drowned. They're not gonna die.
I think you just killed him.
They're fine. They're fine, don't worry.
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Oh, they're fine.
Spongebob doesn't survive the goo. I have no reason to believe that the kids do.
Maybe the kids are Jesus.
All of them are Jesus.
Yeah.
Multiple Jesus children. Confirmed.
That's actually very good.
That was very solid, yeah.
Now we're going into Murmelair for the first time in late game. In earlier routes of the game, which I'm pretty sure the ones that Josh has run, we do this more in the middle of the game and come back to it later. But this route I use, we just start going here in the late game, and it makes it a lot more fun in my opinion, but a little harder.
75 spatulas total Rubik's.
Yeah.
Including, well, 2 at the end, so 77 by the end of the game.
This is one of the more funny cruise boosts. We just kind of do it off of Squidward.
These tend to go a lot faster with cruise boosting though.
Yeah.
Last like 30. Oh wow, this is a thing.
Okay. Yeah, this is what's called clam skip. Oh, we skip the clam. That's needed usually to get up over here. That's jump. That's a little hard. A little bit of a tricky jump. We kind of bash on a weird surface that is considered a grounded surface for some reason. And it works. I don't question really.
Nice. The prawn.
Oh yeah. This is the prawn. That was the prawn. Yeah, you kind of, there's a dev trigger that they just left in there. As Josh explained in the BfBB World Record History video,
Yeah,
you can just get over there.
there's a dev trigger they like to put on like above certain bosses, including the prawn boss and the final boss, which you'll see. Basically, if you touch the dev trigger, it completely ends the fight, skipping the entire thing.
Oh, let's actually see if that was a one for him. With cruise boosting, there's a lot of surfaces that are like normally look like you can't like jump on them, but with cruise boosting, since you're like going at like you're going at them at like a faster speed, it just makes it a lot easier to just jump on them. So there's a lot of like weird like collision things you'll see where I'm basically jumping on a wall when, you know, like unless you're like a goat, you normally can't do that. But yeah, that's just something that happens. This is Ballroom Clip. Very self-explanatory name.
This is the ballroom.
We clip through the ball. Bit of tricky. But that's not what we want. It's kind of it's a similar thing to that Larry slide skip that I showed off before. We do the same trick, just a bit of a different way. There we go. That if you've played this game casually, you probably are really thankful for that or something, or envious.
Yeah, there's just a ball you have to just guide all the way around the room, and then once it gets to the end, the case opens up and you can grab the spatula, but you can just use that clip to grab the spatula immediately, saving like a couple of minutes.
This is actually interesting. The Sea Needle is a terribly slow place that is only done in Hundo. But we go here. It's fast to go here.
What the hell?
We only need to get one. We only get one spatula here. That's pretty fast. But normally, like this is like one of the spatulas that like everyone kind of hates collectively. But we get the easy one here and just get out of here.
I guess that checks out. I mean, you got the shinies anyway from SBA. So it's basically free.
Yeah. And now this is where CCA comes to action. Collector Counter Abuse, I think that was called. We're going to come over here and press L on the first frame we arrive. That didn't work. If SpongeBob becomes a creeper, meaning he has no hands, that means it worked. There we go. What we basically do is make the game think. With the cruise bubble, it locks like our state, I guess, of what we had before. And since we went to downtown, which had 6 wheels, which we've been getting throughout the run, the game thinks we have 6 art pieces. And then it's like, okay, then you can get Mrs. Puff's art spatula instead, even though, as you can clearly see, how I literally got that spatula.
Reaper.
Okay, sorry, my mom locked in. Anyway, yeah, collector counter abuse breaks the game a little bit.
Aw, man. Sorry.
Nah, you're good. We all got
That's
a
not that
we all
wrong.
got a creeper on man from time to time in our life. Wow, I almost died there. You know, this is a museum. This is also another kind of broken level because I'm gonna do back up here. Well, first off, you can just walk on a wall there.
What the frick is that?
That's a backup. There's a faster thing you do there, but I messed up a cruise boost and it kind of messes up the cycle, so I just wanted to show that off. Yeah, you could also just kind of go anywhere. You just kind of go through that wall there. Because the game is like... The game, I don't exactly know how it works. Also, this is the worst place to be in right now. The game kind of like... It kind of overlaps the... it takes priority for the what's it called, the ledge grab animation over you actually getting hit. So you'll get hit, but only after you go into the wall, and by then you're already out of the wall on the other side. So I don't know what just happened there. So the game is like, okay, yeah, you're on that side of the wall. Cool. Have a good day. And now we're out of this place.
That was
Now we're gonna do another thing. We're just gonna abuse mechanic of this game. Not a mechanic of this specific spatula. That activates the spatula over there, at the end of the slide section. But the timer only starts once you actually start going down the slide. So if we just never go down the slide, the spatula will be here indefinitely. But as per usual in this game, we abuse that and just get the spatula by just skipping the whole thing.
Yeah, they didn't expect you to have the cruise bubble by this point in the game. So, yeah, you could just cruise bubble the button to start the timer. Or not even to start the timer, just to activate it.
Yeah.
Kind of silly.
Now we're coming into the later game levels. Starting off with Kelp Forest. This level's pretty chill. Yeah, it's really just a chill level. There's not a lot going on here. Oh, and that's Pink. I asked Rubik's before the run what date he preferred. He said, I gave him a number 1 through 5. He said 3. That's April Fool's, because there are 5 dates that that enemy will change colors. That flame will change colors. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just swag out with that? So, Pink for April Fool's Day.
Yo,
So I guess happy April 1st. I don't remember exactly what's what, but there's New Year's, which is rainbow, I think. There's St. Patrick's Day, which is green. There's April 1st, which is pink. There's July 4th, the America Day, and red, white, and blue, obviously. And I forgot the other one.
Was that not 5? I don't even...
No, that was 4, I think.
Those 4?
So now we just did CCA again. We did that twice with the campers. Normally you have to get 6 campers, but not anymore. And now I did like a specific thing where I jumped up over here for a very specific reason. That's so that I could just get up over here. So now I'm at the end of I'm at the end of the whole level, by the way. Right now, I screwed that up. I'm at the end of the whole level now. This is the last section. So yeah, we're just gonna abuse that like we always do in this game. I honestly don't think there is a section we do casually in this anymore.
Yeah, no. Go backwards to go forwards.
Yeah, like because the box usually takes you from one place to another to speed up the process of going one place. But if we enter it backwards and get the second box, most of the boxes will just open up the first one also. So you can literally just do what I did and just go from the beginning of the slide to the end without actually doing the slide.
Yeah, all these spatulas she's getting. She's going from the end of the level and then entering the previous section where they hide. They always put like the spatula at the end of a section, right? So if we go backwards through the level, you know, when you enter the previous section, the spatula is right there because you're at the end of the section. So once you grab it, you unlock the warp for that section as well. So you can use the warp to go to the beginning of a section. So say like you're in section 4, right? And you grab the spatula for section 4. You can use the warp menu to warp to the beginning of section 4. Go backwards to section 3, grab the spatula for section 3. Oh, I just dropped something. And you just go backwards through the level and grab all the spatulas, essentially. You just repeat the process.
This is Squidward's Dream. This is one of the more classic, like, hard movement levels that I messed up. There's a lot, like, happening. It's all just movement, but it's a lot, like, of movement. We're hitting, like, a specific cycle over here. That's why if you usually get a cruise boost first try, you normally want to just, you know, you stall by going in more of those notes, but if you usually mess it up like I did, you want to just kind of book it towards this over here.
Yo, nice.
Now this is a swag called I actually forgot what it's called. You just
Control?
yeah, no control. You just take the animation of a spatula and then you press L in the same frame, you get it, and then you'll just have the camera. You can just control the camera. It's swag. Now we're going into the last main level of the game. Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. And I have a slower cruise boost here, that's fine. For the most part, this level is actually pretty straightforward, besides a couple of tricks.
The graveyard.
More of the same you've been seeing for like 50 minutes. We're doing a cruise boost off of this. We're just gonna jump on this and get that sock. That's the last sock we're gonna get. At the course of the run, we get 20 socks. We claim one from Patrick before Robot Sandy, and then the last one at the end of the game. And 10 for each, so 2 spatulas in total. I didn't want to get hit by that, so I kind of manipulated where that guy shot his missile. Now, this is a bit of a funny trick. This is called, we're gonna go to it right now. It's called Gookage Bash. There's a bunch of ways to skip having to do a challenge over here, a SpongeBob challenge. The fastest way of doing it before was doing an L clip, like Josh mentioned before, lag clip start. But since we play on hard drive, we can't do lag clips. Lag clips are just too humanly impossible to do. You need to mash too fast for humans to actually do. So alternatively, what we do, we go up over here, get a specific camera angle, and then we're gonna bash, and then if we do it right, we will get the spatula. But oh, I messed that up. It's a bit of a tricky trick. There we go. What we basically do is we get the bash, and since we are bashing on this, there's like a little bit of an animation if you get hit by something where you kind of go down a little bit, and it's just enough to hit that, like, that spatula, the hitbox of the spatula. So we just, yeah.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
I can't even believe, like, that's a thing now. Fun fact, my current any percent PB for this game lost a minute to Gookage Clip, which was a lesser version of what Ben just did, using lag clips.
Yeah.
So I lost a minute to a trick that doesn't even exist anymore. It's a new kind of pain.
So now we're doing some more movement. I have a really slow. Okay. No, I don't want to go here.
That cruise boost is tough.
Yeah, it can be a little tough to get them down. And over here specifically, this is actually a variation of a cruise boost called manual cruise boost because there's no wall there. So, you know, usually just kind of when there's no wall, it just doesn't explode. So you kind of have to explode it manually. So you have to do like another input. Yeah, and now we're skipping this whole section.
Oh, ham and cheese, by the way, Sly. Hi, Sailor.
Dumping. Getting these buttons. There we go.
Nice.
I got the spatula? Okay, we're just gonna kill the cruise boost. Sometimes cruise boosts can make it, you know, a little scuff trying to get spatulas like that. Because you have an equal force, like Isaac Newton's law of whatever. It's harder because there's a push and pull force or whatever.
Yeah, so your momentum is always going forward. And if you hold forward while your momentum is going forward, you have, I guess, 2 times your walking distance forward in speed. But so if you walk backwards, now you have 1 walking speed. I don't even know how to. You have
the
so you're
walking speed
walking
going
backwards.
forward and you're trying to go backwards also. So
So they
it
cancel
basically
each other
equals it out.
Yeah. So you
This is
can't really walk backwards. Anyway.
The first part of the final boss, and oh, I didn't get it. Frick. We usually do like a little jump to get to a debug trigger, like you saw in Prawn. There we go. Now this is the final boss. This has a kind of major trick that saves like 15 or so seconds that I go for. Oh, I got it. That's the hardest part. We just kind of use the cruise boost to do this in a very unintended manner. Just shenanigans.
Time whenever you got it.
Yeah, time is on. There's 3 of these, and on the last one, that's when we end time.
All right.
When I'm near the last one, I'll shout it out. This is actually one of my least favorite parts. This specific jump. It's really annoying for me. Okay, we got it. Now I'm gonna get out of second over here. And time's coming up in like 3, 2, 1, time.
Yo.
Oh, yo, what? Well, it was a 102.50. I don't know why it reset my timer, but when I clicked the
GG.
time button, it was 102.50.
That's
All right.
world record 000. Let's go.
Why did it do that? I didn't.
Let's freaking go.
Okay. 102.50.
Right, good run, good run. We're like 2 minutes behind above estimate.
Yeah, not bad at all. I always enjoy watching the SpongeBob runs.
Yeah, they're fun to watch, fun to play.
BfBB's hella fun. What the
Yeah.
frick is going on here?
What do you mean?
This is SpongeBob. Yeah, I think he just did shrooms.
Awesome.
There's a lot of ways you can just get out of bounds here, but yeah, that'll be it.
Cool. Is there anything else
this
you would
game.
like to say before we switch back over and get ready for God of War?
subscribe to Jack's Speedruns so that we can get people to GDQ and ESA.
Yes, very true. A subscription here all goes to G3 so he can buy ice cream cones.
That's true.
Actually, yeah, subscriptions and bits and all that stuff goes towards getting community members to in-game or in-person marathons. So if you're feeling generous, you can do that. But we're gonna go ahead and switch over and get ready for God of War. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace.